All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
Amber Heard's case is far from solved. Is she getting away with this? After Johnny Depp lost his high-profile libel case against the publishers of the Sun newspaper over a 2018 article that described him as a wife-beater, the actor announced that he has been asked to resign from the upcoming Fantastic Beasts 3. Let's dive into this video to know the entirety of her legal case with Johnny Depp. After weeks of speculation about who would take up the role, Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen was named Depp's replacement in November. Depp vehemently rejected the abuse complaints, but again in March 2021, the court's decision was denied permission. The judges of the Court of Appeal stated that the hearing was complete and fair, and that the judges gave thorough reasons for his findings that were not even proven to have been vitiated, arguably by any misappropriation or error of law. Formerly, Depp was in contact with Winona Ryder, Kate Moss 1994 to 1998, and Vanessa Paradis 1989 to 1993. 1998 to 2012. However, shortly after meeting her on the 2009 film The Rum Diary, he established a relationship with her. Meanwhile, for 4 years, from 2008 to 2012, Heard has been in a relationship with the painter and photographer Tasha Van Ree. This is their tumultuous relationship in a complete timeline. Depp met Heard in 2009 within the set of The Rum Diary. Depp was starring in the role of Paul Kemp, the Puerto Rican newspaper reporter in The Rum Diary, based on the book of the same name by Hunter S. Thompson. Thompson was a friend and idol of Depp's real life. Heard was playing Chenault, one man's lady who was immediately struck by Kemp when he saw her. In 2011, Heard said to Vogue, "Torture has been working within Johnny. It was better than I ever imagined something that says." Heard writes in a court filing that she and Depp are in late 2011 or early 2012. In 2012, Depp and Paradis, a long-standing partner, publicly announced that they were separated after 14 years. Depp had 2 children, Paradise, Lily Rose, born 1999, and John Christopher, born 1999-2002. Heard divided himself simultaneously with partner Tasha Van Ree. USA Nowadays reports that Heard was arrested at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, Washington in 2009 on charges of the physical attacks on her then-friend Van Ree. Both disagreed after Heard allegedly took hold of Van Ree's arm and struck him. However, Van Ree herself stated that Heard is accused erroneously by cops who sensationalized and misinterpret the incident. Heard was found in 2014 with a commitment ring. People's Magazines reported that after the actress's image was taken with an ornate engagement ring Depp and Heard had taken part on. After discussing the wedding plan and pointing out that he was wearing a chic ring on his finger, Depp seemed to confirm the engagement in a video interview with the Daily Mail. "It's a dead gift, is it? Probably not." But Depp said not that subtle. After several years at their home in LA, Depp and Heard married, and people reporting photos in a very private ceremony. After they failed to state their dogs, Yorkshire Terriers, when they arrived in Australia, Depp and Heard violated Australia's biosecurity legislation later in 2015, and together they published an excuse video. On 23 May 2016, Heard filed a divorce against the Oscar-nominated actor and obtained a temporary restraining order. She argued that Depp physically abused her during their relationship and usually said that she was influenced by drugs or alcohol. She claimed that a recent incident had occurred where she filed for divorce, in which Depp threw her phone and left her face with rubbish. However, a police spokesman told the People that a radio survey found that there were no such crimes. Depp refused these charges and said Heard was intentional to secure premature financial settlement through alleged abuse through his representatives. Heard witnessed a deposition under oath, but after withdrawing her demand for the domestic violence restraining order, a settlement finally was reached. However, she also started at $50,000 a month request for spousal support. Depp also issued a joint statement, and Heard said, "We had an extremely passionate and sometimes volatile relationship, but always linked by love. Neither party made false financial gain accusations." According to the individuals, Heard received $7 million from the divorce. The divorce between Depp and Heard was completed 1 year later, and Heard has maintained the dogs at the center of the 2015 scandal in which the couple in Australia failed to declare animals. In the meantime, Depp kept all properties, including his Bahamas private island and a collection of classic cars and motorcycles alone. The Hollywood Reporter reported that a non-disparagement clause had been inserted into the settlement, which prevented any party from negating the high-profile and breakdown relationships. The lawsuit claims that Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, she is a perpetrator. Instead, the suit said that Heard's allegations were part of the actress's laboratory hoax to generate positive advertising. The key premise was that Miss Heard was the victim of domestic abuse, that he perpetrated domestic abuse against her, said Depp's lawyer. Heard pointed out several clear cases of alleged abuse during her marriage and referred to him as the monster by Variety in his court attempt to dismiss Depp's defamation case. In January, the Daily Mail released phone recordings Heard admitted hitting Depp in these recordings. Says Heard, "I'm sorry that I haven't hit you, but I hit you. I didn't bounce you." Heard is hearing that, "Honey, you're not hit, you're all right. I didn't hurt you, I did not punch you, I hit you. I don't know what the move my natural hand was, but you're all right." The Sun is right to report that Depp was violent against his ex-wife Amber Heard 3 months after the blockbuster trial. Nicole referred to the 14 different incidents that the Sun's lawyers referred to as wife beater to justify calling Depp. A spokesperson for The Sun said following the ruling, for over 20 years, The Sun has been standing up and campaigning for victims of domestic abuse. The victims of domestic abuse must never be silenced, and we thank the judge, Ms. Amber Heard, and their courage for giving evidence to the court. Depp will no longer portray the controversial dark wizard Grindelwald in the upcoming Fantastic Beasts film. 4 days after he finishes his case, he wrote in a typeletter in his Instagram statement on 6 November, "I want you guys to know that Warner Brothers has asked me to withdraw my role as Grindelwald of Fantastic Beasts, and I respect this request." He kept on, "I want to say that finally, the UK court's surreal judgment will not change my struggle for the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My determination remains solid, and I intend to demonstrate that the allegations are false against me," added Depp, "and this moment in time will not define my life and career." In a statement released shortly after Depp's, Warner Brothers confirmed his departure to Variety. In a statement, the third film in the serial Fantastic Beasts has already started production. "We're grateful for Johnny's film work," said the studio. The Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen was officially named Depp's successor after weeks of speculation. The Hollywood Reporter claims that the next installment will still receive total compensation, although he is released from his film and only shooting a scene since filming started in the UK on 20th September. Depp will receive an 8-figure sum for his work according to his contract of pay or play, which says he is compensated regardless of whether or not the film is made and even if it's revised. Fans are surrounded by actor Johnny Depp Center on Thursday, July 16, 2020, when he arrived at the High Court of London. Depp sued The Sun's editor, the news group, and Dan Wooten in an article in April 2018 that called him a woman beater. In defense of Sun's ex-wife Amber Heard, Depp's violence is based on 14 allegations. In his statement made public on November 25, Judge Nicole refused to allow Depp to appeal against his judgment by saying, "I do not believe that the reasons proposed for the appeal offer a reasonable prospect of success." Nevertheless, Johnny Depp and his legal team hope to overturn the court ruling by an appeal. The judge also ordered Depp to pay its legal fees to The Sun's publisher, the initial payment of €630,000 or $841,733. Depp has yet to request an appeal by Judge Nicole before the Court of Appeal until 7th December. To obtain permission to challenge the High Court ruling that he assaulted his ex-wife Amber Heard, Depp and his lawyers submitted a request to the Court of Appeal in London, the country's second highest court. However, the Court of Appeal judges denied Depp's request, saying the first hearing was complete and fair, and saying that the judge gave thorough grounds for his findings that were not even demonstrably rejected by any misappropriation or legal error. Depp's lawyers reported that they did not get a fair trial and offered fresh evidence that Amber Heard has allegedly lied about donating her $7 million full divorce settlement to a charity at the requested hearing. Depp's lawyer Andrew Caldecott QC told the court that Heard's donation claim was calculated and manipulated lies, and that scales were struck against Mr. Depp from the outset, The Guardian said. And that will be it for today's video. What do you think about Amber Heard's case? Let us know in the comments, and until the next video, be sure to subscribe for more content like this one.